Hello from Paris Mountain State Park in Greenville, South Carolina. I'm Ranger Cathy Taylor. I'm here today with Maya Zagel and her daughter Christina. Normally, Miss Zagel and I would be seeing school groups today at the park. And Christina would be in school. We see 2nd and 5th graders here as part of South Carolina State Park's Discover Carolina school programs. Maybe you've been here as a student or a teacher or a parent chaperone. Maybe you've just enjoyed Paris Mountain State Park. Well, with the coronavirus going on, we know that school's out, and we thought we'd just give you a chance to see what you might see or do when you do come on a field trip here. I find that being out in nature, just seeing what nature is doing is reassuring. Sometimes, no matter what's going on in my life or in people's lives in general, nature's responding to the seasons, taking care of basic survival, just doing what nature does every single year. And so we're here in the creek right now at Mountain Creek, and 2nd graders and 5th graders both come in the creek, but I'm going to focus a little bit on what the 5th graders do when they come here. When students come here, they are our scientists for the day. And what they find out goes into our records here at Paris Mountain State Park, and we share that information with other scientists as well. So they are the scientists when they come here. And the 5th graders are ecologists when they come here. Now, what's that, ecology? Well, eco is a Greek word that means home, loosely translated. So you could say that students, 5th graders, when they come here, are studying homes at Paris Mountain State Park. So they're going to be looking at living and non-living parts of this place as ecologists. And scientists call those living places biotic, or living parts biotic, and non-living parts of a place abiotic. So when the students come here to Paris Mountain State Park, at some point they're aquatic ecologists, and they get in the creek and collect animals as part of the biotic part of this place. And we know that certain baby insects that might live in the creek can only live in healthy water, and others cannot live in polluted water. So we will try to find out today if there's some animals here, baby insects, that are only found in healthy water. We'll be checking on that. And then in a little bit, we'll check some abiotic factors out. And we'll be seeing, based on 2 abiotic factors, we're going to check the pH of the creek here, or the creek water, and which, like the acidity. And we hope to find that the pH is somewhere around neutral or 7 on a pH scale. Not a lower acidic number or not a higher alkaline number. We'll also measure the temperature of the water. And we know temperature varies all the time, like with the seasons, but we'll see if it's a reasonable temperature, given what the air temperature has been doing lately. If it's warmer than we think it should be, we might suspect that chemicals or pollution were heating up the water some way. So those are the kinds of things the students do to assess the water quality when they're here at Paris Mountain State Park. So we're going to be collecting first, and then we'll get back to you. We collected in the creek, and we found a variety of animals in just a short amount of time in Mountain Creek. So I'm looking now at an insect nymph with 3 tails, and I'll look at our chart here, and I'm going to determine that that nymph that we found is a mayfly that hasn't grown up yet, so it grows up in the creek. And it's in our group 1 group that it shows it can only live in healthy water. It needs good water quality to survive. I even see the gills moving in it. Now, right next to it, I see a very black dragonfly nymph. Oh, and he's actually trying to catch a ride on a stonefly nymph. Okay, good. They separated for a moment. I don't know if he's trying to eat the stonefly or catch a ride, but they do hold on to each other a lot of times because they're used to holding on to something in the creek. So I said that was a dragonfly nymph, the little one, very dark one, and it does look like our picture from a group 2 animal. Those animals in group 2 can live in good or pretty good water. What we're really saying is the group 1 animals are more sensitive to pollution than the group 2 animals. Now let's look at the stonefly nymph that's a little bit more of a tan color, and it has 2 tails, and so I'm looking at it as another group 1 animal that can only live if we have a healthy creek here, without pollution. So let's see what else. Somewhere there, oh, I see a big one right here. And on our chart, it shows a side view. That's a damselfly nymph. And we happen to know the particular ones here in the creeks we collect so often. That's the ebony jewel-winged damselfly nymph. It's a beautiful creature when it grows up in the summertime. So group 2, dragon and damselflies are some of my favorites. But they're not as sensitive to pollution as the group 1 animals. So far we found 2 group 1 animals, the mayfly nymph and the stonefly nymph. I'm seeing a fast little one zooming about. That's a different kind of mayfly called an armored mayfly. They are kind of cute, like little motorboats zooming about. And we mainly see those in the spring, so I'm glad to see that one here. So let's see, somewhere in there, I know there's a crayfish. Did anybody find a crayfish in there? You see it? The crayfish is listed as a group 2 animal. So it's a little one, just a little bitty one, could not possibly pinch you at this size. It'll grow, maybe not as long as my hand, but pretty long. And it'll have pinchers. It has them right now, but they're tiny. And it'll grow bigger and go to live in a deeper part of the creek, most likely. So we have already shown with our biotic factors, the animals, that we have some animals that indicate healthy water. So that's our biotic part. And we may look at them again in the lab. But let's go ahead and take a look at our abiotic factors next. So we've been holding our thermometers in the bucket of Mountain Creek water for 2 minutes. We'll pull them out to see what it says. And I'm getting right at 15 degrees Celsius here. It'll be around 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's pretty close to what the air temperature is today. Doesn't surprise me too much. It's not overly warm because you might recall we had some warm days recently. So that's looking good as far as we can tell. We'll have something more definite when we measure the pH with pH strips. We had 3 little colors on here on the pH strips. We're going to dip them in so they get nice and soaked. And then we're going to bring them up and lay them down. And we'll get our chart ready. We have a small one here. I also have a larger one if it's easier to see maybe. But a chart that will show, if we compare the colors on the chart to the little pH strip, we should be able to see what it's closest to. Now, let's see, I'm going to actually turn this around so we can see them in the right order. I usually look at the green first. And based on that, I would call this a 6.5 or 7. What do you think? So, do you get somewhere around there, Christina? Yeah.
About 6.5.
I'd say 6.5. Yeah, my Zagel agrees with me there. Where you color matching, I know. But that's within the range. 7 would be right at neutral. 6.5, 7, 7.5. We consider that to be really good numbers to get for pH. We know that means the water's not real acidic, which can be caused by pollution, or not real alkaline, a higher number. So our abiotic factors are looking good with the temperature and the pH. We already determined that the animals indicate good water quality. And we know that we expected water quality because we have a forest around the water, all around the creek and the lake and all. We have the forest that's been here for well over 100 years at least. And we know if we have a forest around the water, we call it a forested watershed, that means we should have good water quality. The forest is a natural filter, and it prevents muddy runoff, keeps water healthy, as these animals alone determined today, but we used all of our resources as ecologists today. Well, wherever you are, I'm hoping that you'll enjoy nature a little bit. We will get up to the lab briefly with these animals and see them under a microscope, but it's a great time of year just to enjoy the springtime and the nature, and hope that you get to do that some. Thank you. Hope I didn't startle you there. That looks so huge, but this is the mayfly nymph under our microscope here in the park lab. So showing on the TV, and you can obviously see those fluttering things. Those are the gills. And the 3 tails, this is ones that we said is one of the group 1 animals can only live in healthy water. So it's the flathead mayfly. Let me find a little bitty armored mayfly. They can get bigger, but this one was very small, zipping around there armored mayfly. Still has 3 tails, doesn't it? All right. So with the help of the microscope, we can see these a lot better, can't we? So we have our group 1 animals. Oh, here's another group 1 animal. We found this today when we were at the creek we looked at earlier. We got the stonefly nymph with 2 tails, doesn't it? And it's another one that suddenly found in water without pollution. I can briefly show a picture of when it grows up. It'll look like this. But it'll only grow up to be an adult stonefly if it has a healthy creek to start. Okay, let's see what we have here. See if anybody remembers what this one was when we were down at the creek. Let's find them there. There it is.
Dragonfly.
The dragonfly, yes. Group 2 animal. Looks like it could be a fine darner dragonfly, but it's going to be a big dragonfly when it grows up. It might take 2 years for it to get to be that grown up. All right, we have that relative of the dragonfly that we caught today, the ebony jewel-winged damselfly. And I think they look like space creatures a little bit under the microscope. You find a picture of this as an adult. We see the nymphs during the whole school year, September through May, and then come summer, we see these in the bushes by the creek. The males have neon blue bodies, and to me, they're like little fairies in the bushes all summer. That's why this is my favorite animal at Paris Mountain State Park, partly because I like summertime too. Let's see. Now, we have another really cool animal that we looked at earlier after we caught it in the creek. What have we got here? Got the crayfish, don't we? Those little bitty pincers just growing up. But you can almost say our part of the creek where we go with the students is a nursery where the animals can live. So we set our animals, the biotic part, indicated water quality, as did the non-living parts that we measured, the temperature and pH. And this is just one of the things we do when we get to Paris Mountain State Park when the students get here. And it's another way just to get to know nature in various ways. You can go to other state parks and do some other activities with the school programs. But whatever you're doing today, I hope that you are getting to see a little bit of springtime happening and enjoying our amazing natural world. Thank you.